might be my future apartment here. So
Amen to that.
Well, you and I will submit our application together.
Share the 2 bedroom.
Right, you said we sisters.
And a grandson you can bring in, right?
Oh, listen, right.
Good, good.
100 amp in each unit. It's 800 amp services each floor.
how high is this fence gonna go?
It'll go up to the top of the post, so I think it's 5-foot fence.
It's not. And then down there, what is going to be there?
The fence will
Oh,
go to the end, return to it, and then let me open up the landscape.
The neighbors nearby wanted to know with this.
Yeah, let me show you here.
So how have the neighbors felt about a 4-story building in Minock Park?
Cool.
We've had no complaints on our end. Actually, these neighbors have been absolutely wonderful.
Nice.
This
And
lady here is just a wonderful person. Gentleman that owns the auto shop has been working great with us.
Nice.
We've had to access his lot to do some of the facade here, and he's been more than happy and willing to accommodate us.
And when we first started this project, we went, well, me and some other people went door to door to make sure. But again, that was during COVID. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, this is a long time.
Before we
project.
broke ground out here,
Yeah.
when we started mobilize, we typed up a letter and we hand delivered it to each of the houses.
And then we did a flyer, and then I talked to people, and I really got support, or I'm not sure at that time, because they couldn't visualize. But since they've started, the only complaint I got was the damage to the streets because of the big heavy trucks.
That's
Got
it
it.
sometimes.
But I think they said when they're done, they will throw some AFSA or something. Hey, with it.
That's good to hear.
Wasn't there a house here?
Yeah, it's gone. They demoed it. It's
yeah,
right here.
We demoed a house.
Was that the one that was squatting? Who was squatting?
Yeah.
So there was actually a house here?
Yeah, this
Oh.
is the house that somebody was squatting in. And it was so important because we needed them out so we can put the driveway in. Because without the drive, I mean, it really hinged on a lot of different things. It was like a domino effect if that didn't happen.
So over here we'll have this fence, this screen wall, and then there's a whole bunch of tulip trees that'll go in front of it all the way down.
Okay,
So, yep.
okay. And a 5-foot fence made of this.
Made of this, yep.
Tulip poplars?
They are LT, which
That'd be
is
cool.
not a tree. Columnar tulip tree.
This is our
Cool.
garden manager right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So.
Yep, and then our fence will return to the curb at the end, and then
Gotcha.
where we have our connex and our trailer, there's gonna be that fence will continue kind of up Auburn Street a little bit,
Okay.
and then there'll be some trees there and a couple more mature, taller trees, kind of where the connex and the trailer is at.
Now, is there going to be a gate here, or is that open?
No gate, it'll be open. So we gotta pour. It'll be in the spring, right after the winter time. We didn't want to pour the new approach now with all the construction traffic in and out and damage the concrete. With the weather, we actually advanced our frame schedule by 3 weeks. So we got it done 3 weeks earlier. Now we still got to finish framing the first floor, but the rest of the building is completely framed out. Construction-wise, we call this style podium construction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we build steel that supports the upper floors. That's our podium. So it's all structural steel with a 5-inch thick concrete deck that supports everything above it.
And on top of that, standard framing.
Yeah, all wood, conventional framing up above it. This was a panelized building, so it's all wall panels. So they build them in the shops off-site, ship them to her, and then we just put together the jigsaw.
So semi-modular,
Yeah, yep.
I guess. So the zip system, I heard they're not necessarily finicky, but you got to know what you're doing with these things.
You do. You really got to take your time with the taping and the flashing. The zip flashing itself requires you to use a roller to press the flashing material into the actual sheeting panel.
Okay.
That's where a lot of people go wrong if they don't take the time to roll it and actually press it into the material. It doesn't like to bond as well.
Got it.
But if you do it properly,
I know we did.
probably 75-80% of our buildings now are all zip systems.
Okay.
So it's really taken over the industry.
Now, budget-wise, this as opposed to the
Tyvek route?
the Tyvek,
Yeah.
like so talk to me about like how much of a hit is this in comparison to?
If you're doing a smaller, say a residential house, it's way more economical to go with the Tyvek route. But by the time you get into a larger system, the amount of labor that's involved with Tyvek versus Zip costs a little bit more material-wise, but the labor is so much quicker and faster.
Got it.
To where it's almost a wash.
I see.
It's just a very minimal price increase to
Got
go
it.
with Zip.
No,
Yep.
they just have, I'm going to other special
Pretty decent gap on the corner up there, you know?
Oh yeah, they gotta tie the plywood in.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Not that I'm going to tell you.
You called it out, man.
No, we just put up a panel on the outside here, so because we're in the process. You'll see the blue on all of the exterior CMU. That's our air barrier. So they needed some panels to tie the air barrier in. Yep.
Any issues you ran into while you were doing demo, like maybe footings from previous buildings that kind of slowed up the process?
We anticipated all the footings just because we had to demo the buildings that were here. But notorious in the city of Detroit, it's called party mix. But whenever we take
what?
we call it party mix.
Oh.
But whenever we're doing soil remediation, getting ready for underground utilities, slab on grade, the concrete, just from all the demo and construction over time, they don't haul off all the debris, they just bury it deeper into the ground.
Yeah.
So structurally, when it's mixed with all them pieces of clay, brick, building materials, it's not structurally adequate to support a large building like this. So we got to haul all of that out, bring in clean sand, clean fill, and that's where it wasn't a delay because we anticipated, but it's a big cost that a lot of builders and developers don't understand unless you're doing a lot of projects within the city limits.
With regard to the budget, did you guys run into any challenges with the tariffs?
Minimal. We've navigated it pretty well. We anticipated them coming because this kind of closed right when the tariffs were announced. So what we did to mitigate that was really hammer the buyout of all our subcontractors at the beginning of the project.
Got it.
So we locked in all of our trades early so they could purchase materials ahead of time before these tariffs really took into effect. But we had a couple costs, primarily anything dealing with steel in the building, some price increases with that.
Did this come from Canada, steel-wise?
All 90% of it's sourced here.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
So, yep.
All right, can you tell us?
Yeah, so this is we call it our white box. And this is going to be the retail build out eventually.
Okay.
Once we're in the
How
process,
big is the retail build out?
it's going to be broken into 3 different retail
So
spaces.
this space will be broken
From
into
that block wall to block wall will be all retail.
3.
So right now they're anticipating the restaurant kitchen area
Okay. So
being
the
like
commercial
this.
kitchen. Okay.
It's a little over a third, almost half of it will be that area. It'll be like just over 3,000 square feet, I believe.
Nice.
And then there'll be a 1,200 and a 1,200 square foot retail section here.
Are you guys going to run the ductwork for the hood?
We've got, eventually we're cutting in a shaft that goes all the way up to the roof. So we're going to have the shaft there. We're not going to run any ductwork, but the shaft will be in place. So ultimately, once they decide on if it's a restaurant, what kind of needs they have,
Yeah.
we've got the means to get it up and ventilated to the roof.
Nice.
Is that included in the cost? When they decide it's going to be a restaurant for you to come back and finish it, is that already included?
The shaft in place is included in the main
Right.
build out. Now, running the ductwork associated with the restaurant would be included in the retail build out, not with the main part of the building.
Well-
You guys are managing that too, the retail build out?
We will be, yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
once I think in talking with Becky and Devin from GRDC, they're trying to finalize funding, securing that, making sure they've got some tenants lined up, understanding of what they want. And then the architect has some preliminary ideas on place, but he hasn't formalized like a construction set of drawings for it. So once FSP, who our architect is, finalizes their plans, then we'll take those, send it out to bid with our trades, and that's how that will go.
Will each commercial space have its own bathroom?
It will. Each will have its own bathroom. Each will have a door on the parking lot side as well as a door on the Grand River side.
Got it.
So, yep.
And how many total units?
There are 43 total units.
43.
Yep. And they're all either 90% of them are one bedroom, and I think there's I put me on the spot, 5 or 6 2-bedroom units.
And then on that side of the building, you've got the community space and
Yeah, we
management
can
office.
go.
Oh, that's what I was wondering, where the community space is.
What are your thoughts on the community space?
I'm hoping one of the activities they do is to reach out to the residents and find out what skills they have. Let's say they know crocheting or quilting or woodworking. Then I want the residents to hold classes for the youth. And that way you can develop a relationship between the youth and the people who are standing here. And we're not losing a lot of the skills that the seniors have. Otherwise, it's going to die out. That way the seniors will feel important. It's something they can give back to the community by teaching somebody younger. And the younger person can build up their own self-esteem by knowing this new skill. So that's one idea.
I love it.
They work with Detroit Public Schools as a means to advertise, get the message out, and of course the local neighborhood.
So what we're standing now will be the main entrance lobby area. This larger room over here will be one of the multipurpose rooms. I think this is the one that'll have the kitchenette and everything in it. And on the other side of the stairwell will be the second multipurpose room.
So could you educate me on why this lumber is treated with this reddish color?
It's because of the classification of the building. This is all, it's called fire-treated lumber.
Okay,
So we either have to have fire-treated lumber or frame it out with metal studs.
got it.
And this was just designed to be fire-treated down here. So it's dictated by the type of building, because this is 5-story. It's classified as a commercial building.
Okay, yeah.
So we got to meet special fire rating requirements throughout the design of it.
So this same fire-treated wood was used in the apartments?
No, the apartments is all standard. Anything underneath this concrete deck has special fire rating requirements. So that's why this is all fire treated. Let's see, up in here, this will be all of the, I'm assuming, office space for the personnel and management team in the building. Along the black wall will be what we call our riser room, but that's where our fire suppression system and the domestic water main, everything is coming up from the street into the building that then branches out and services everything. So that'll be along the black wall up there. What else do we have? A couple workrooms, storage room. If we go over here,
Who are you having install the elevator?
Otis will be installed.
Otis.
Yep. It's due in here the end of October. So.
I saw you building the shaft here.
Yeah.
There's 2 shafts. So the elevator is a shaft in itself, but then within the building is this room.
What is this right here?
Outside the elevator, you're gonna have a lobby area, and then in this area we'll have like the IT room, the janitor's closet, the men's and women's common area bathrooms in here.
That room?
That is the bigger room. That's your first multipurpose room.
Okay.
Yep. But if you look up in here, you'll see the shaft. And this will carry all the way up to the ceiling, but this is where the trash chute and some of the mechanical units and everything will come down.
Oh, nice. A trash chute.
Yep. So they'll have a trash chute and a compactor in here.
Nice.
The hardest part for us was doing the actual domestic water tap in Grand River. just because of that being an MDOT classified road. It was very difficult to get like a traffic control plan to shut it down because our water main was basically in the center of that road. So we could only extend it like a lane at a time. So it took us like 3 different mobilizations.
Right.
How expensive was that permit?
Don't know. Don't quote me on it. I don't know off the top of my head. I'd be willing to bet that water main permit was 10 to 15 grand, something in that ballpark.
Wasn't too bad, I guess.
So, yep.
And you said the elevator will be in a couple weeks?
Yeah, the materials are coming the end of the month.
Okay.
And then they can't installing it until we have the permanent electrical service energized at the building.
Uh-huh.
And DT is scheduled the first week of November.
Okay.
Start moving ahead. So.
Do you believe in that the date that they gave you?
I actually do. Our planner's been on board with us from day one.
That's nice.
So, yep, he's been checking in, waiting on us to get everything delivered.
So before winter, what's your goal to get completed here? What has to be completed?
Before winter, we'll have all of the walls framed up, all of the storefront and windows in on the first floor, and then that's primarily our goal. After that, we're going to bring in on the first floor 3 furnaces that'll be like temp heat to maintain temperature throughout the winter, and then 2 on each of the upper floors, and that's how we'll manage kind of control the climate in the building as best we can. As long as we keep it above close to 60, 65, that's perfect.
Okay, so you'll continue to work through the winter then.
Oh yeah, we're not going to stop. Yep.
And then, right now, what's the end date? Or the opening date?
Don't hold me to this. So right now, our contract
Yeah, it
end date is, I believe, the second week of May.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh,
I got
wow.
better news for you, but don't hold me to this yet.
Okay, all right.
Because of the good summer we've had and the weather, we are about a month ahead of schedule.
All
Wow.
So there's
right.
potential of us closing, wrapping this up sometime in April.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll say early summer at the latest. That's June, so.
Have you had pretty good experience with Otis? I hear that there are like 3 elevator companies that
Yeah.
and they kind of have a monopoly.
They do, and they're all
And
difficult.
you're
and-
kinda
and
limited to their
you gotta,
schedule.
Yes, and hold their hand through it.
Yeah.
We say Otis is kind of like the best of the worst because they're all pain to deal with.
Got it.
But we've had our best success lately with Otis.
Okay.
And aren't they the oldest?
They are.
Original, I mean Otis.
Yep.
Who's the other
Yeah.
fishing crop or something?
Listen,
Yeah,
Crop, and
yep.
then there's Schindler are the 3 main. And then there's one new one, City Elevator, who've started getting popular probably within the last 6 to 7 years. But we have not used them yet on a project. So primarily it's Otis for us, and we do a couple with Schindler. So.
And you're saying that as far as your interactions with the neighbors, it's been positive.
Oh, it has been, absolutely. Yes.
Good.
Some of them are excited and all about it. Everyone's been friendly. So.
You're about a month ahead of schedule, which is great, and you experienced a few cost increase, but were able to mitigate that risk pretty well. Were
Correct.
there any other cost overruns, surprises along the way that have impacted the budget?
Not that we've presented to the ownership team or that. Some of the cost impacts we've been able to handle internally on our side. Just a few with the fiasco we had with the water main and having to, because on our plans, our design, it showed the water main right on the sidewalk, so we didn't anticipate having to go out into that busy street. So certain things like that have popped up that were unexpected, but we've been able to just manage it with the trades and not bring any cost increase to the project. We're looking at unique ways of adding to the site here at the end of the project to kind of bring a little more, I don't want to say flair to the building, but just dress up some of the site work. Potentially, we're concerned about security along the front with that Grand River. They've had some issues with cars hitting buildings around the area.
Right.
So we're
Was a car that
getting
went into the.
we're getting some decorative, real nice looking sphere concrete bollards that we're going to line Grand River there.
We wanted to bring over bench to put out front that says Minock Park. It's a nice looking bench. You see them throughout the neighborhood. And we have 5 for this area, but we want to designate 1 for here. If you can think of where it might look good. Just a bench.
Anywhere out front that doesn't impede the walkway, because we can't put it
Oh,
on.
it doesn't. This is installed by the city. So
What's that?
it's installed by the city, so safety would be their primary.
It would be, yeah. So we can't install it on the sidewalk, but on the front of the building, we've got a handful of little patio areas and stuff like that would more than accommodate. I think there's a good one just on the other side of the main entrance vestibule. There's a little concrete patio area.
Is it Minock Park or Minock Park Place?
Minock Park.
It looks like a lot of work still needs to be done. And to me, I'm on television and there are people all over the place hammering and looking busy. How is it that there doesn't seem to be more people involved in?
It's a Friday afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could have said that. What's with the Friday off?
I go by all the time.
Our typical trades are working here from 7 a.m. and they usually cut out about 3.
Okay.
So, yep.
And they come from where? Isn't it a couple-hour drive?
Depending on the trade.
Okay.
A lot of them are local here in Detroit. Our plumber, Jeremore, they're out of Detroit. Our electrician, they come from up by the Flint area. So it could be an
Because there
hour.
was one crew I know that worked like 4 days, but long days because they had such a drive.
Our framing crew, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Some of them were kind of on the west side over by Kalamazoo. So they would come in and stay in the hotel locally all week. So they'd come in Monday morning.
Right.
And then they would work late because they're staying in a
Right.
hotel. And then they would leave Friday, usually about 2 o'clock. Yep.
Makes sense why you framed it so quick.
Yeah, they knocked it out. They did a great job.
Oh, really? You can see that.
Yeah, we drive by it all the
Right.
time.
Yeah,
We've
it's
been
like-
watching this project.
To be honest, the slowest part of the building was just getting all the earthwork, all the utilities in the ground. And once we got the steel, we framed this building within 2 months.
Yeah.
So they went up really quick.
Wow.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
Jacob.
Jake.
Yep.
So is this a prevailing wage?
This is no, it's not. It's a Mishnah project, so it's got Section 3 requirements on it. So
Okay.
that's where we try to pick up as many low-income workers as possible in the
Oh,
area.
right.
And then it's also got EEO, so we try to hire as many minority and female-owned businesses as possible.
Right.
But this one does not have. I can take you upstairs and kind of show a couple of the apartments and the layout.
Oh, yeah. It's easy for me to get excited about that.
Quick, on the other side of this concrete stairwell, this will be your second multi-purpose room, and then the main electrical.
So the main electrical's over here.
It is. Yep.
So you had the fire suppression over
Fire suppression,
here.
water's over there.
Oh, okay,
Electrical's
got it.
here. That little concrete pad, that's where the transformer, that DTL set, that's
Yeah.
where that's going to sit.
Got it.
And then all our distribution panels will be where those conduits.
So at the end of the day, this is all left out?
Oh, no. I'll lock up the gates, and then we have a security guard on site
Okay.
overnight. And
Okay.
Yes.
That was where I was.
And then you'll see that
I
camera.
just saw this metal and I'm like,
Yeah,
I can see
absolutely.
somebody.
No, we lock the gates. We have a security guard here that's present overnights and 24 hours on the
Okay.
weekend. And then that camera and the wires, they string the entire property line. We've got a camera system.
Okay.
So after working hours, should anyone, it's motion detected, so anyone trip the system, it automatically calls to the police.
Will that stay after the building's finished?
That will not, no, that's for our construction.
So when the building's finished, there will be no security cameras.
There'll be a few at the entrances and everything getting into the building, yes.
How about the cars, the parking lot?
Probably so. They'll probably have a camera aimed at the parking lot. So I see a generator. Was that required or was that optional?
No, that's required because we have a fire pump in this building that supports all the fire suppression, the sprinkler heads throughout. And the generator is needed as backup emergency power should the building lose power, the city lose power. At least that'll kick on and run the life safety of the building.
Could you educate us on the fire pump versus a building that doesn't have a fire pump? Like I guess a smaller building wouldn't necessarily need it, I'm assuming.
It depends on when start construction, we have the city do what's called a flow test. So they'll test the water pressure of the water mains in the street. And that, depending on how much pressure is in the water system, that determines if you need a pump or not to get you enough pressure, like onto the 4th floor, to service your sprinklers.
Got it.
So typically, larger buildings like this almost always have some sort of fire pump to just make sure we got adequate pressure throughout everywhere in the building.
Got it.
Yep. It's usually not needed on your smaller retail or residential buildings, but these larger scale. So with the fire pump, you'll see we call these standpipes.
Okay.
So the fire pump will pump the fire suppression line, come up through the floor here, and then these valves will operate and service all the sprinkler heads on this floor.
Okay.
So in each floor will have its own valve and system here.
Yeah, I have a smaller project. This is definitely more advanced than what we accomplished. So that's why I'm learning as we're going.
Okay.
So this is the entrance into the apartment.
This whole floor is all up. So all the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th floors are basically mirrors of each other. So they're just primarily all apartment units with a couple, like an electrical room, a janitor's closet, a few other storage areas, but it's primarily all apartment units. So we come in, you can see.
On to the view from the front apartment side.
Is this Light Creek? Or is this
This
actual?
is 5-inch. The upper floors, I'll take you up there if you want to go. That's all Light Creek, Gypcrete, but this is regular concrete.
Are you planning on?
And this is the 1 bedroom.
This is a 1-bedroom, correct? Yep.
So that's the bathroom.
That's the bathroom. The shower will go in there. You'll have the vanity, the toilet, everything on the back wall. You've got coat closet, another closet here. This will be the main kitchen area. You'll have cabinets along there, along here, and there's a peninsula that comes out into the center here.
Okay.
Your living room area, each one will have its own balcony, and then obviously the bedroom and closet.
Bedroom is here.
Yes, it is. Yep. And each
Decent sized bedroom.
Yeah, they're good sized units.
I would say so.
Each unit will have fully all appliance package, so you'll have fitted out kitchen. They'll have their own washer and dryer in the closets.
Oh, that's wow. And what's the square footage of this?
I can tell you exactly.
This unit in particular is.
So it must be like a stackable washer dryer that's going in there?
Some of them, the handicap, the ADA units, they're not stackable. They got a little bigger closet, but all the standard units are, stackable.
So the ADA apartments, are they bigger? Or you just?
Not necessarily. We changed the layout to accommodate ADA requirements. So closets shift out because we got to have side-by-side washer dryers. Obviously, people in wheelchairs can't access anything up high. The layout of the kitchen, countertops are lower, slightly different. Same with the bathroom.
And how many ADA
There
apartments?
are 7 total out of 43.
Okay.
It's actually
How many?
7 total?
Stacked washer dryer, it looks like.
Yep.
that's actually more than required, ADA wise. I think you're only required to have maybe 3 or maybe 4.
Yeah, I can't remember the requirement off the top of my head.
Yeah.
We'd have to
Probably just
ask-
'cause this is,
ask the architect.
See.
Older.
Senior housing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like I saw some Cat 6 cable for a little easy.
Yeah, so we're gonna have Comcast will be the service provider in the building. So they're gonna have Wi-Fi throughout the building with access points in the corridor. And then we're gonna have hookups for Comcast in each bedroom and each living room. And there'll be a media panel in each room to where Comcast, should a tenant want service, go in there and make the connections for them.
How does that, I mean, this might be an aside, but how does that work if you're, we want AT&T or,
Right.
That is probably more of a question for the
Right.
the ownership side.
because they own the infrastructure that.
Comcast does, yeah. So
Yeah.
I would think you're stuck with Comcast
Oh, wow.
if you want. So
Yeah.
But this day and age, you can always get a streaming platform if you're not happy with Comcast.
Well, yeah.
So I see you got the dryer ductwork.
Correct. Yep.
Why not go with a ventless dryer to save a little bit of money?
It's just what was spec'd on the plans, and this building is actually going to be NGBS, which is National Green Building Standard. So it's going to have a green certification.
Okay.
So in order to achieve that, we've got to provide a certain amount of ventilation throughout the units.
Got it.
And that has a big swing in what kind of appliances, what kind of mechanical equipment we use during the design. And these are about 850 square foot roughly.
Thank you.
Nice size.
So this is the return, and then this is all air cooling and.
This one actually above you is an exhaust fan, because this will be the kitchen area.
Oh, got you.
So that's always pulling air out and exhausting it outside. These here are our supplies. Each unit in the bedroom, this will be the mechanical closet where the furnace sits. So that's supplying air into these, and then I can't remember which one's the return. One of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of. Is there a design consideration with like doing that from the top as opposed to down in the studs? Seems more maybe economical to do it up top.
It's just easier. Yeah, you got more space within the trusses than trying to fit anything through the walls. Absolutely. Yep, and then you'll see all the orange pipe here. These are all the sprinkler heads for the fire suppression system. So.
Oh, these?
Yeah. Yep, you'll see right here. That'll be a sprinkler head. There's one in the bathroom. There's one in each space.
Okay.
Yep.
How close are you to starting your drywall work?
We are, next week, we're going to be fully inspected out with all of our MEP roughs on the 4th floor.
Okay.
So then the week after, we got about 3 to 4 days of insulation, and then drywall's already on tap.
Are you doing spray foam for insulation, or are you going to do actual?
No, we're doing bad insulation.
Okay.
Yep. And with this being an NGBS silver rated building, they're really particular on the insulation. So the NGBS consultant will come out and they have to certify and inspect all our insulation prior to us drywalling.
Okay.
So that means we've got on top of just bad insulation, we do an air sealing scope. So we go through and we caulk all of our outlets, all of our switch boxes, any recessed lighting, we caulk it to the drywall. So that way we're preventing any air infiltration into or out of the units. So.
That's like rock wool, is it?
It's certain areas, yeah. Rock wool is primarily used in our fire rated walls.
Oh, yeah.
That's where we put that. And then over here we've got a combination of phased or unphased craft insulation. Yep.
Insulating the interior walls is more than most houses in this neighborhood get. So
Yeah.
In my opinion, in new construction, it's worth it up front because it saves so much just on the lifespan of the mechanical system in the building.
Yeah.
Your furnaces aren't running, your air's not running constantly. It's worth its weight in gold.
So are you going to actually put flooring down, or are you going to just finish the concrete and kind of leave it exposed?
Nope, it's all getting flooring.
Okay.
So, yep. Primarily LVP, vinyl plank flooring throughout, and then carpet for sure up all the stairs, and I'm pretty sure the floor doors all get carpet as well.
So there's no carpet in the apartment?
Let me double check, but I
Well,
More than likely
okay. It's better.
I don't
Yeah,
believe there is.
more
I
than
think it's all
likely.
vinyl plank, luxury
Yeah.
vinyl plank.
Right.
10 out of
It's
10,
better.
it's more of a
Yeah.
nightmare, right?
Yeah.
It is,
Right.
and it's so much easier on the maintenance team cleaning
Yeah.
up. You know, got stained carpet, nothing like
Right.
that.
Well, you said on the stairs, I want hair carpet in the room.
That wouldn't be my preferred choice on the stairs, but
Yeah,
what
that's
was-
good.
What was
That's real
designed.
good.
So, let me see if I can
Right,
find
for
where.
soundproofing, you know, people coming up the stairs and you're right here.
I'm talking about in my house. I was
Right.
just saying.
Yeah.
Let me find one of the 2 bedrooms and we can go look at that.
Impressed to see just how much duct work goes into this.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't think there's that much, but there is. Alright. There is my 2 bedrooms.
Yeah, I only have insulation in a few areas, attic in a few areas.
What is this, PEX B, PEX A, or is there PEX something else? I'm just used to
The clear pecs there.
yeah. I've never seen
Yeah, I
that.
don't know, to be honest with you. Usually it's the blue and the red. That's
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
typically
yeah.
see. Yeah.
Oh, it's over here.
Get that in.
I mean, we're just fortunate. Because it keeps going over my head.
We're all trying to figure it out
too.
too. So how big of a concern is that corner spot that he was able to spot where you had that big gap from the frame?
Not a concern at all.
Okay.
The framers will be back and they'll cut the sheathing
Yeah.
and then extend it out to cover that gap.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty typical.
You're gonna have some
usually-
issues.
Usually it's a race to get up, and then they've got a month or so after it's framed where they're going and fixing everything.
Got it.
Everything out. So we've got 1, 2.
You got a quick cricket 2x4. He found you got to replace that board.
I'll take that home.
Get the
right
nail
here.
head.
It's got me really thinking about the internet infrastructure of
Low voltage.
well, it's just like, to what degree does Comcast, own, like this infrastructure?
Yeah.
So they purchased and bought all the cable for it.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
So it saves the landlord or the owner a ton of money because Comcast actually comes in and runs that for.
Right.
Yeah, so they're saving
Free.
$20,000-$30,000of some cabling for
Well, and Comcast is like, hell yeah.
And then that gives Comcast, hey, that's our foot in the door.
Yeah,
of
right.
all these new buildings.
And I don't think AT&T does that. I reached out to AT&T for my site.
Really?
Yeah.
See there.
Yeah.
Unless you have, unless you have like a
So you
certain
move
number
it,
of
it's
doors.
already here.
I think it was like 50, maybe even 100
And then they're like,
for AT&T. But like Comcast was willing to come out and do an 18 unit. Like you said, it saved us money for instead of running it out of our budget, they did it out of theirs, out of their pocket.
I want to look in the front, see what kind of view we have from the corner.
I was really hoping when we got up on the 4th floor, you could see a downtown skyline in there. But
Can you?
unfortunately, you couldn't
Oh.
quite. You still see the top of the trees.
Oh yeah, this is a dream.
So this will be like a 2-bedroom unit on each floor here.
Wow.
Yeah, these are really nice.
I like how they used concrete for the patio.
Just on the 2nd floor we did. So
Okay.
we track stacking on the upper floor.
Oh, okay, got it.
But with the concrete, we got to take extra precautions just to make sure driving rain and everything. So we're putting
Pitched the right way.
a specialized top coating over top the concrete
Okay.
that'll flash up the walls and prevent any
Oh, okay.
water intrusion back into the building.
Got it.
Yep. And then you can see this one is a PH, so this is a handicap unit, so you'll have the side by side. Just the layout change, slight difference, but bigger washer dryer closets,
Nice.
more grab bars in the bathroom, stuff like that.
This is a good size. Do you know what size this unit is? The 2-bedroom? This is a nice size
It
unit.
is sweet.
Yeah.
Somewhere right about 1,200 square foot.
Wow. 1,200 square foot 2-bedroom unit.
Oh,
That's a nice size.
oh wow.
And like I was saying, this one is actually a handicap unit, so you can see the slight adjustments we make to accommodate the
What's
side by
this
side
here?
one. That'll be the bathroom.
Oh my goodness, this is just.
Could you educate me on why you use OSB instead of drywall here?
This will get drywall over top of it. Certain walls throughout the building, these are called shear walls, so they're a structural component of the building. They give lateral bracing and support to keep the building from rocking one way or the other.
Got it.
So the structural engineer designs it where the OSB, and it requires a certain nailing pattern,
This is a nice one.
picks up all the shear and the weight, preventing the building from rocking, and then we just go over top of it with drywall.
Okay. Yeah, I've never noticed or seen anything like that. So it's
Yeah,
pretty
you'll
cool.
see primarily the, we call them demising walls, the walls that separate the apartment units, and all our corridor walls.
Spots could be signed, but you see where I put it, right?
Yep.
Look here, y'all.
Remember, one here,
That's a
one
picture.
at Sprinkle and
I know,
Allen Drive,
that's what
and
I'm
then
saying.
one at the park.
Now, we only were.
That'd be a nice balcony to relax. Yeah.
These two
I think,
OGs.
And then these windows in this building are actually really nice. They're the Geldwin, the commercial premium grade, so they're really nice windows. And they gave us a free upgrade on all these windows to where they have an automatic lock on them.
okay.
So when we open it up, you don't have to relatch it. It closes and it automatically locks
Oh,
itself.
wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Remind me of Big Life City living. Almost like downtown.
These windows are expensive because I think on the outside they're black.
They are. Yeah.
So they're two-tone windows, but
White
they're
to match the, typically your inside's lighter, and
Yeah.
then black to match the,
yeah.
all the aluminum storefront, everything's gonna be this bronze blackish color on the outside.
Yeah, these are top shelf. Spared no expense on this project.
This might be my future apartment here. so-
Amen to that.
Well, you and I will submit our application together.
Share the 2 bedroom.
Right, you said we should.
And a grandson you could bring in, right?
Oh, listen, right.
You'll be fighting who gets the angle. Bedroom.
Oh, that's a bedroom?
That is.
Okay.
It's all
I
in
want
bedroom.
it
What's
big.
that?
I want that.
Just
You want this one? You can have it on there.
Okay.
So this other side is to another apartment.
yes, it is. Yep.
So this goes to this apartment, there's a wall, that's another apartment. So your
Look at
bed.
that window.
I'll
look
even
at
lay it
that
out
window.
here, maybe. I'm assuming, or probably this way. I'm not sure.
Vicky, you're gonna
Oh,
apply.
I
to
can
live
go
here.
with a twin. I don't want too much overhead. No.
You gotta be at least 60% AMI and probably not gonna qualify, cause I went back to work. I gotta
You
quit.
know we're not, Vicky. We already was told that about you.
Yeah, I'll just continue, climbing those stairs in my house.
Another pretty neat structural component you don't really get to see at this stage of the project, but these are all called hold-down units. So they drill, you'll see them from each floor, and then so there's a hold-down unit here and a hold-down unit underneath, and it's got threaded rod with a huge nut and bolt on it. And you compress it down together. That keeps the building from shrinking and growing with the seasons, everything like that.
Wow.
So, yep.
And they actually, I mean, like that 2-foot rod. I mean, it's basically, I guess I would assume it's about 4 feet from this side, because there's another one below it,
There is, yes,
Okay.
underneath. So yeah,
and so that kind of actually is known to like slow down the rocking of a building.
it does.
Wow.
100%. Yep.
Nice.
Because with the seasons and all that,
Yeah.
the different wood expands, contracts, buildings tend to shift, and going this route kind of just holds everything together, so you're not cracking drywall over time. Everyone knows an old house, you've got an old house, your drywall's cracking like crazy.
I don't have drywall, that's how old mine
You got
is.
plaster, huh?
I got
Yeah.
plaster.
Mine's from the 1800s. We used to have plastic. Let's see what else I can show you.
What's gonna be framed in here? Just a space here.
No, that's gonna be for the corridor side. We'll have a fire extinguisher cabinet.
Oh,
in
cool.
the corridor here. Yeah, this will be the trash chute entrance for all the tenants. So the chute will come up and they'll have an access panel here where they can
Work it, work
put all their
it.
trash.
Yeah,
in.
Vicky, we gotta get over here for that.
Well, this is our apartment, right? What, Cross? You've already established that's your bedroom.
Got the elevator right there.
Oh, and the elevator is right here.
I don't see. Does the metal frame go all the way up to the roof for the services, like a HVAC system or anything?
It's actually right here. We've got it boarded over just for safety precautions.
Okay.
But this will have this shaft will go all the way up through
For the duct work.
for all the mechanical, because
Oh.
we'll have one big large rooftop unit
Yeah.
on the roof, and that'll service all the corridors of the building.
And that doesn't need steel support.
It's got a curb, a steel curb that sits on top of the roof itself.
Got it.
Yep, that
Okay.
supports the event.
I want to move in tomorrow. That's how impressed I am with this bare bone structure. The access to huge windows that provide almost a feeling of being outside. the consideration for those folks who are need special assistance. I could just see the washer dryer stacked on top of each other. Grandmont one, excuse me, GRDC, you're doing a phenomenal job. And thank you, Vicki Holmes, for the leadership that you offer to have us come to this juncture.
Oh, I'm very impressed with this. The quality of the work, the time they took to make sure that everything was correct and accurate. I was glad you asked all your questions to explain the extent that they went, and I'm just excited for the residents to move in to become part of Minock Park. It's great. I have no worries.
Correct.
It's not our concerns at all.
And the impending May, even though it's not concrete, that in itself, just to have that kind of focus is awesome.
And I've been watching, I drive by here every day. I did live one street over. And I drive by and I'm like, whoa, they got the windows in up here. Oh, they got the rest of it. It's just been. But they still made sure everything was done correctly. They didn't
Rush
forego
anything.
that. Right.
Right.
No, it's great.
And I appreciate the two other board members who had the time to come and do a yeoman's job of asking the correct questions. Because when you would ask the question, he would answer it, then I understood, even asking the question.
Colin, what did you think of the building?
Really nice, yeah. I've never toured like a place like this, but it all seems to be top tier, up to of the highest quality. Whoever ends up living here is gonna be lucky.
I think so.
I'd say.
I too agree.